At 81, the Sydney Harbour Bridge does look good for her age, but requires constant maintenance. It is, as you'd imagine, an enormous task. The bridge was built using 53,000 tonnes of steel. The surface area to be repainted is about the same as 60 sports pitches. Two robots called Sandy and Rosie have been brought in to do some of the more dangerous and awkward jobs in those hard-to-reach places. Their mechanical arms are 2 meters long and have half a dozen joints to give them the dexterity they need to blast away old paint and rust from one of Australia's most recognisable landmarks. The robots use sensors and cameras to navigate unfamiliar terrain. The technology is the result of a 6-year collaboration between the University of Technology Sydney and the New South Wales State Government. It wanted ways to protect workers from lead paint and other hazards. The challenge for researchers was to build a machine that could work in such difficult conditions. The Harbour Bridge was opened in March 1932. It was an engineering wonder then and still is today. It's held together by more than 6 million rivets and is a vital cog in Sydney's overstretched transport network.
It's an unknown and very complicated and cluttered environment. So our researchers had to go back to square one and rethink about how the robot would figure out what to do. So it actually builds its own map. It takes pictures and three-dimensional data, maps all that together and then uses that as a three-dimensional image of the structure and then works out the best way to blast it and gets on with the job.
This is the world's largest steel arch bridge. Its total length is 1,149 metres. Repainting the grand old coat hanger that spans Sydney Harbour is a never-ending task. Robots Rosie and Sandy, which each weigh 25 kilograms, have become full-time members of the maintenance operation. They're not replacing their living, breathing human colleagues, but have become an important and intelligent part of the team that's keeping this grand old lady looking good in old age. Phil Mercer, BBC News on Sydney Harbour.